Good morning, good afternoon, happy Friday. Welcome to Processing on Purpose Live. I'm your host, Sarah Murray, and I'm joined today by the one and only Maher. Melissa, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Sarah.
I'm so happy to have you, and I'm going to do a quick introduction, and then we're going to get right into it. So for those who don't know, Melissa Maher is an executive leadership advisor, strategic consultant, and the CEO and founder of Pinnacle Enterprises. As former chief marketing officer at Expedia Group, she spent 2 decades in senior roles, leading global teams, driving negotiations, and shaping strategies that influence the travel industry worldwide. She has created proprietary leadership programs and advises senior executives, startups, and hospitality brands to strengthen presence, communication, and influence. She is also the author of best-selling business book, Holding Your Own. And I am thrilled to have her join us today for a live episode. Oh, and Shelly is making a note that I'm really echoey. Shelly, I am aware. I don't know how to fix it. So thank you for letting me know. And maybe I'll kick it over to Melissa real quick to give a quick introduction on what does it mean to hold your own and what is the definition of executive leadership.
Sure. Thank you, first of all, for having me. Very excited to be here. And when I think about holding your own, I really wrote the book because you don't learn critical skills to hold your own in the business world on the job. So I wrote the book, and I do talk a lot about executive presence. And when I think about executive presence, it's really the ability to project gravitas, confidence, poise, particularly under pressure, and decisiveness, as well as the ability to communicate clearly and with warmth. And that's kind of the overarching definition that I use when I talk about executive presence.
Well, and that's one of the things I'm really excited to talk to you about too, because you have, like when we talk about confidence versus gravitas, you have a little recipe for what does gravitas mean, and maybe we can start there.
Absolutely. Gravitas is actually one of my favorite words, and it is something that a lot of people have mixed definitions for. But when I think about gravitas, it is really that confidence, it's that poise, and it's really decisiveness, it's having emotional intelligence, and it's having very strong communication skills. So that's a lot wrapped in gravitas. So it's an important skill, but it's kind of all of those things bundled in one.
Awesome. And I am getting, so I saw Lisa's note that Melissa might have an echo. Would you guys mind telling us in the chat if we sound any better? Test. And I apologize. We've done it on this platform quite a few times, and this has never been an issue. So I love, okay. Shelly, she is the one to help us. Your audio is stuck in one of your speakers. You're picked up by your mic. Okay. Hold, please, team. Any better?
It's funny. I only hear a tiny little echo.
Like maybe I could calm down. I apologize. This is a good test of demonstrating executive presence in times of panic.
This is calm. Oh, I have no echo. Oh, okay. Delayed audio. This is definitely the definition of calm under pressure.
Yeah. Because, well, maybe what I do is I don't talk a lot, and we let our expert talk.
That works for me.
Well, let's just okay. Let's talk a little bit about personal branding. I apologize for the echo, team. I don't want to reschedule because we carved out our time. But I'd love to learn from you, Melissa. You're sharing a personal brand is now a strategic accessory. What does that mean?
Yeah, when I think about personal branding, it's really about positioning yourself professionally. And it really is a strategic necessity, particularly in such a fast-paced, chaotic world. And hard work alone isn't just enough. you really want to know what lane you want to be in, what you want to be known for. And it's really important because it is when people are in rooms that you're not in, you want to stand out. You want to make it easy for them to talk about you. So your brand is really what people say about you when you're not in the room. And when I think about personal branding, it's important for you to create the narrative. So I always tell people that I work with, pick 3 words that you want to be known for, and you describe those words, and then you really draw out your narrative. The worst thing that can happen is someone else creates your narrative and that sticks with you. So you've got to be responsible for really creating what people say about you when you're not in the room. And then when you have that strong personal brand, why I say it's a strategic necessity is because it really drives opportunity, it opens doors for you, it helps strengthen your influence and really get things done. So personal branding is really that strategic necessity. It takes time, it takes energy, it takes planning, but it's really important for you to define what that narrative is and what your personal brand is. Do you want me to just keep talking? Now do we have, oh, you're on mute.
And Melissa, can you hear me?
I can't now.
I can't hear you at all. So so sorry, team. Well, I appreciate you giving a great breakdown on what a personal brand is. And I think one of the things that you can hear me though with no echo? Okay. All right, guys, we're one step closer to a solution. Now I can't hear Melissa though, so this is a fun one. Well, and I think one of the things that I feel really inspired by you from your personal brand is really disseminating the fact that you can still be authentic and still be a leader with executive presence. And that's one thing I think a lot of people struggle with is they feel like they have to be this version at work and this version in their real life, and there's no opportunity to blend. But you show us that you can be both. You still have to have gravitas, and the way you show up still has to be professional and polished, but you don't have to sacrifice your personal self.
Yeah.
Have you found like what clicked for you or what shifted for you on the authenticity piece?
For me, being authentic is really at the center of your personal brand. You can't be anybody else but you. So really being authentic and being your genuine self is really incredibly important. I always tell people when they think about their personal brand and they're defining their personal brand, include your quirks, include things that make you unique and stand out, because that makes you authentic. And you really want to be that true, authentic person. For me, what I found when I started studying personal branding is that you can be a bit vulnerable, and people really relate to that. And so really thinking about being vulnerable. You don't have to be flashy, you don't have to be loud. Sometimes people think when you're building your brand, it's about being flashy and loud. No, it's not. It's embracing your quirks, it's thinking about your strengths, and it's really kind of that, again, that authentic self.
I appreciate that. All right. I can hear you now. But now I have an echo. Can we get some feedback from the group on if they can hear us? Oh, you know what? Ermin has a good idea. Why don't we try to maybe restart? Would that be okay with this group? I'm going to try. If you can sit tight, I'm going to end our stream and then just try to restart with the external mic. So thank you. Sit tight with us for one more second and we'll rejoin, ready to ramp up. Okay.